welcome to the Indie Artist Spotlight. The first band is Endless Forms with their album Lazarus. It sounds like this.
I wanna reset the bone.
The album is incredibly well produced with some beautiful guitar tones and synth sounds. At the beginning it feels like it's going to be like a post-rock thing, but as the album progresses it becomes a lot more sort of alternative rock and a bit, maybe sort of a little bit poppy. So it's really melancholic, really sad, and at 10 tracks long with these really sort of drawn out, really well-crafted songs, it takes you on this just absolutely hauntingly horrible journey. I mean, it's not horrible, obviously, it's beautiful, but it makes you feel like you're the one who is in the situation that these songs are written about, and it's really well done the way that happens. And some of it's quite difficult to listen to, like I had to really sort of sit and get through the album, but it was worth it. It's very diverse as well. I mean, I don't want to compare them to Coldplay because they are so not like that at all. But it's got that kind of feel to it. But then in another track, all of a sudden, he sounds like Keaton Henson, like his voice goes really, really high. And yeah, there's a lot of diversity in there, and yet it's all has that same sort of sense of all being one piece, one long journey. And it just works really well, and I really enjoyed it very much. So you should all go listen to it because it's good. So the next person that I've got for you now is 19-year-old Illa Chris. He is a really, really cool rapper and producer who takes a really different attitude towards his music. And it sounds like this.
When I'm stuck, you gon' be the same way, feeling bad when I'm up. Jealousy in your stomach, tight tummy, a heated gut can turn you into a silent competitor, saying we both killing shit.
Yeah, unfortunately he doesn't have an EP or anything yet. He's just sent me a track of his. At the minute his SoundCloud account has got 2 tracks on it. And they're both very, very good, so it's a very good showcase. He's got a very memorable voice. He really wears his heart on his sleeve lyrically, and that takes a lot of guts, that, sometimes, I think. And, you know, the things he sings about are really true and really raw and real and not always relatable, but, you know, there are bits in there that, you know, you could really identify with, and it just feels so true, which I really, really like. So yeah, a very experimental edge to his stuff, and some new exciting things are going to come out of these tracks, I'm sure. So that's exciting. Cool. Okay, moving on. We've got a young band from Belfast called Fault Solution with their new EP, Head in the Sand, and one of the tracks sounds like this. So they released their EP in December last year, and it's really sort of fun and quirky and cool. It's a proper sort of alternative hard rock album. And it's just got that live pub fun, you know, party feel to it. The lyrics are very reminiscent of their age in life, and it's something that I think I can identify with at least. And I'm sure an audience of my sort of category would appreciate that as well. They've got some really catchy choruses, really funky bass lines, and really cool riffs. It just sounds like a bunch of mates having a lot of fun, except this time round they're a bunch of mates with talent, and they've got a good producer, and they've made something that another bunch of mates can have some really good fun to, and it is really, really good, and I would go to the pub and see these guys and have a good party. That album is available on Bandcamp if you would like to go check it out. Please do. The last artist I've got for you now is Tea House with Blind. This is another sort of, not rap, more of a hip-hop rock track. Another one with a really good sentiment. It's a song that needs to be sung. Anyway, it's one of those. It's sort of got influences from things like Rage Against the Machine, maybe, a bit of Beastie Boys influence in there. But then it's actually more towards the hip-hop side of that. And I can't think of any artists. So I guess you'll just have to listen to it and make your own mind. Yeah, I really like the riff in this. I think the production and the beats and the riff in this is really, really cool, really sort of quite heavy, actually. And the chorus is really catchy and really cool, except that there's unnecessary auto-tune, which is a shame because the guy's got a good voice. As a first track, I think it's really good and really promising. And I'm excited to hear what else he's going to come up with and where he's going to go with this, because I think some really cool stuff can come out of this idea. And yeah, another one where I wish there'd have been a full EP, but there isn't. So make more music, please. Cool. Some really good stuff from everyone this week, and I'm really chuffed with all the things that have been sent in to us, and I think there's some really good stuff out there. So yeah, please do keep it coming, and I'd love to hear more, and Ryan would love to hear more. sunstockmusic@gmail.com is where they need to go, and I will see you again next week. Cool. Bye.